Alright guys, and welcome back to Armoured Warfare, and today we are taking out a tank that I actually don't usually play very often. This is the M60A3. It's a tier 5 main battle tank, and the reason why I don't take it out very often is because it's that sort of American jack of all trades vehicle sort of, like the XM1 and the Abrams. It's got a decent gun, it's got good armour, and it's got average mobility. There's nothing that stands out about these American vehicles. The only thing that really stands out with the M60A3 that I think of it is it gets ERA at tier 5. Now, this used to be the lowest tiered vehicle in the game to get ERA, but now that's been taken over by, I think it's the T69-2, is it? The tier 4 Zheng tank. That gets ERA at tier 4 now. But this vehicle used to have it at tier 5, and still does. It used to be the lowest tiered vehicle, but there's nothing spectacular about this vehicle, like, for instance, the Leopard 1A5. It plays like a light tank. It's got a very nice gun, very good gun handling, good turret armour, but it's very, very weak on the hull, and you have to play around that, around keeping the hull secure and not taking any damage. The T-72 Ural, it's my version of the perfect tier 5 main battle tank, or the perfect main battle tank. It's very mobile, it's got very, very good frontal armour, turret is very well armoured, and that 125mm gun is utterly insane. Then you also have the Type 82, is it? The Zheng one? That also plays like a bit like the Leopard, except it's a little bit better. It's about the same, but I prefer the Type 80 over the Leopard 1A5. And it's just such a mediocre tank, this. There's nothing in particular that stands out. The gun is average, the armor's good, the mobility is below average. You know, it's just nothing stands out. I can't really explain it like that, but it is a decent tier 5 man battle tank, and I just wanted to make a video on it. So here we are on, what's the map? Port Storm, that's the one. We've gone into the centre with a Type, what is it? A Type 82, there we go, the other tier 5 main battle tank I was talking about. He's pushed up ahead, and he's been hit by the MBT-70, and look how much HP he's on now. Yeah, half healthed him. Boom. And I've put 3 rounds into him, and I've done 1,023 damage. Now, I can't get a shot there, so I panic and just take a round. I back up. The MBT-70 did bounce off. He just clipped my upper plate with his 152mm gun and bounced off. So I'm backing up. I'm like, oh god, I don't want to take a hit from him at all. There's one thing you might be wondering about is, are there any weak spots? Yes. The commander's hatch on top is very, very weak. It's very easy to penetrate, and you will do full damage when penetrating it as well. And it sticks out right on top of the turret, and I wasn't paying enough attention there to hide in my weak spots, and, well, the MBT-70 put a massive round through it. 469 damage. Out of our total of 1,763. HP pool in this vehicle is not actually that bad for a tier 5 now that I think about it. 1,700 HP, not terrible. But actually, looking at that, Type 82, he has 1,733, so we only have 30 more HP. I can't find a thing that really makes this vehicle stand out. One thing that I don't like... Oh, crap, wait a sec. Oh, and phew. Finished off the MBT-70. What was I saying? Yeah, one thing I don't like about this vehicle is it's very, very easy to get engine shots. The engine is its own little house at the back. It's so easy to be able to spot the engine and knock it out. And as well, the engine, what do they call it? Engine radiator, the sort of slots into the engine, are directly on the back. So if you get a BMP2 or BMD or a big light panzer get to your rear, you're taking some serious critical damage there through those vents. You can see there on the back. It's just easy to penetrate. And well as that, the side armour is not that brilliant on this thing. It will be penetrated very, very easily. Even the ERA on the side of the turret, it still will be penetrated. Don't rely on your ERA. It's only very useful for stopping heat. And we did just bounce off a big light panzer there. Tier 5 light tank. Frontal armour is very good though. 196 damage, 196mm of armour on the front turret and the front hull. Lower plate is quite weak actually, I'm not going to deny that. Even with the ERA on it, it's still rather easy to penetrate. But I think the front turret is stronger because there's also the mantlet put onto that as well. But we've completely cracked open this flank now. There's nothing they can do. They're panicking. And there we go. That's our 4th kill. Just over 3,000 damage. There's the Leopard 2AV Ice. Now, he does a good move here. He turns away and doesn't face us. He turns to the M60A3, rushing him, which then gives him time to do this. he backs up behind the containers and I can't get a side shot into him. It doesn't save him for very long, simply because there's so many guys behind him. And this Type 82 here, I did think, why did he do that? He fired at my commander's cupola when he had my engine. I was confused by that. Fire into the little engine bay. It will do way more damage. He did knock out my commander, admittedly, but still, come on. Fire into the engine. Anytime you can shoot at this vehicle, fire into the engine. It's not very mobile to start with, and losing its engine makes it even less mobile. Reducing the mobility of this M60 basically turns it into just a walking bunker. Can't even jog anywhere. It walks. It dawdles, should I say. A little bit of dribble coming out of its mouth. It's like a big muscular man. It can take a beating. It can dish out a beating. But it can't get anywhere. It just dawdles, drags its feet across the floor with no engine going there. Anyway, a lot of these guys have been knocked out now. 7-5. The game is still in the balance. For all we know, we could be knocked out. Leopard 2AV rushes outside on. Now, I'm suspecting the ERC is going to be over here. Because he's a very... Oh, okay, maybe not. Typhoon. That's not what I wanted to see. That 120mm gun the Typhoon gets is deadly. That thing does about 400 to 500 damage with a 6-second reload. And with 2 rounds to us, he can knock us out. Oh, and there's a Fox as well. So we've got a hard-hitting tank destroyer and a very, very mobile AFV up in head. And we're in a very, very sluggish Tier 5 main battle tank. And ouch, that hurt. Typhoon puts a nice round straight into our lower plate there. Was my mistake. I was expecting to take a round there because I was rushing out through the open, trying to get to this small hill there, and oh god, ERC 90, where was he, another shell flies in, blows off my era. I spot him because, guys, a spotting mechanic in this game is that if someone fires at you and does any form of damage to you, they render in, but they do not get spotted. So watch out for where the tracers are coming from, and you can pinpoint an enemy like I did to that ERC. Knocked him out and secured the flank. I've loaded in heat rounds here because every single enemy on the other team is very, very weak, and I want to do as much damage as I can. So we put a nice round into the Typhoon, and we put another 2 rounds into the Fox, finishing him off. Right then, it's just the Typhoon left. The Leopard has got enough problems. Where's that Typhoon? So I come quite far over here to try and spot further along. And there he is. I'm like, oh crap, crap, crap. Fire, my round bounce. He fires and his round bounces as well. I was so lucky he did not penetrate their eyes. I would have been an absolute goner. And this game, 6 kills, 4,615 damage, would have been that little bit not as entertaining. But at the end, I did sweat a little bit when he fired that round at me. I was like, I kid you not, I actually took in a gulp of breath when I bounced and I saw that return round coming at me. I went, I was so just, oh, don't penetrate. And he hit my upper plate and bounced off. So the armor, as you see, is very strong against certain weapons. The upper Glacis plate, 196mm, and it's quite well angled back, will bounce quite a few rounds. So don't be shy to brawl, but just be wary, because the armour can let you down, and the ability, you need to keep that in mind all the time. Here we are, post-game stats, 4,615 damage, 6 kills, just under 1,000 spot, master gunner, ace tanker, and the gold medal, 14,500 rep, and just over 300,000 credits. I think we might have done the best on the team there, even though that was a tier 6 match. I would have expected those Typhoons or Leopards to do better than us. Platoon Leopard 2 AVs. Still took them out. Ha! Did more damage than combined. 21 shots fired, 20 hit. Not bad accuracy. The 105 is not a bad gun. It is very reliable. Just doesn't lack the alpha like the T72 does. So guys, thank you for watching this M60A3 game. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.